So Jeremy, we cover a lot of Nintendo stuff around here,
We do.
but Nintendo has just done this thing where it makes games and it doesn't release them everywhere, and it's not because it's crazy, and like not worth releasing elsewhere. Like these are good, totally accessible games that just happen to not make it here.
hmm
Um, this game is called Sutte Hakkun, um, and you can go ahead and jump in. You may notice that copyright date 1997, 1998. This was a very late Super Nintendo game, um, and it was mostly distributed through their Nintendo Power cartridge service. So this is a list of puzzles. So I would
So, what was the Nintendo Power cartridge program?
so the Nintendo Power program allowed for digital distribution of games into physical cartridges. People would write cartridges. You would go to like the convenience store, um, and then you would do that. Um,
Ah, there we go.
so this is like basically once it got to that point in the life cycle,
hmm
it wasn't feasible to release full cartridges of things, but they still made some games for these digital releases, and it was cheaper to buy games like that. It would be like you could buy a $60 game for 20 because you didn't pay for the cartridge. So okay, this is Sutte Hakkun. We've actually gotten to it now.
Yeah.
So you're a little like glass, like I don't know, like nozzle dude, but basically yeah, you can use your nozzle to move stuff. So
Hmm.
in true Nintendo fashion, this first level shows you how to play. So you get paint, and paint does stuff. So red paint that you inject into the block, it makes the block go up and down. That's what
Ah.
red does. And so then you can you know what you need to do here?
I think it looks like I need to take that block,
Mm-hmm.
but
I think there's a button to get rid of what you have, I think.
it seems to be full of paint.
L or R or select or something.
Hmm. No?
Okay.
I may have failed at the tutorial. Alright, good to know.
I think there's probably something here, but
Oh,
there you go. What? Do you know what
hold
button
down when you're on the
you're
nozzle.
using? Okay. So, yeah.
Aha.
So you got in that block up there, and now you can get the color, and then the color has it go up and down again. So that's yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you're trying to collect these crystals.
hmm
And there's something about the simplicity of this game that it feels so sad that we never got it. Like there's not a lot of language barrier here, you know.
Right.
So
Oh, interesting.
yeah, so you can take the color from one into another. There's not always an unlimited supply of these colors. So you do that, then you need to yeah, right. You got it. That's one way to do it.
Gotta finish with a little flourish, you know?
You know, there's some of this that actually reminds me of a game we covered earlier, Mario and Wario.
It does.
'Cause it's a very like stage-based Nintendo puzzle game. But this one just has a mechanic that like people have not used this mechanic before. It's kind of sad that we haven't gotten it. I bet. Yeah, I was gonna say. I bet you have to carry that with you.
Oh, need more red paint. I feel a little like Kirby when I'm full of paint.
If it were pink paint, it would be really convincing. Nice clear.
The backgrounds and stages are actually really, really well drawn.
I mean, if you think about like 1998, you know, the N64 was out for 2 years before this game came out, and like late life games always look great, but once you go past it, you think like they know exactly how to draw stuff to make it look good, even though it's not technically impressive anymore.
Right.
So as you can see, blue paint makes stuff go to the left and right.
It's a very responsive platformer as well.
Yeah, you know, it's weird. Like, as it turns out, Nintendo's really good at making platformers.
Who knew?
So the jumping is pretty good in this game, even though it's not really about the jumping.
Wait a minute. Ah. The stage moves. Oh.
Oh.
Ah, right. I needed to.
Mistake. Ah, you got it.
I can take the paint out, and it'll reset where it goes up and down from, it looks like.
That's right.
Aha.
These early levels teach you the kind of puzzle-solving things like that.
Maybe I need to move the block.
Yeah, you may need to get it more in the middle. Yeah. Something you can jump to.
Oh.
You do need to, yeah, get it moving the first time.
You just hold down in order to get rid of the paint. Oh. So I feel like I'm one of those, the glass drinking birds.
Yeah, it feels like that a little. I do wonder if that was intentional. It may have been.
That was the inspiration for this game. Someone was watching this and, we can make a game.
What are you doing? Staring in space? No, I'm brainstorming a new game. What's the game about? It's about a glass bird with like a nose. What does it do? It puts the nose into water? Why? But it's special. It's special water? So... It's special? Maybe?
Oh.
I think you may have,
I think I may have messed up.
gotten yourself stuck here.
Well, now, time to find this. Where is the restart?
Start menu. I believe the third option is what you're going for here?
Yadi Naoshi? Yeah, there we go. There's no colors around, and I've got to make that go that way.
Yeah.
Any ideas?
Well, the only thing you can do is take the color from that thing. You can put it back, but it doesn't actually help you to put it back. So I think...
Oh.
Well, you did that again. I think you lose the color.
If I drop it, I'm going to lose the color.
I think you have to. Right? I think you drop it. You move the block to where you need to get to jump. Can you jump all the way up to the right?
I don't think so.
Can you jump, like... Can you place that in some spot where it lets you get up there?
Oh.
Yeah.
Just barely. Nice.
I agree. So does the game. Well done. So we're going through some of the easier stuff, but I think before we totally finish up, we should get to some of the kind of crazy stuff. By the way,
the
yellow
blocks
is
that go
diagonal,
diagonal.
which seems useful.
Only diagonal in one direction.
Well, it might be based on how you inject it, right? Like, so what if you inject it from the other side?
Oh.
Yes.
Ah. I'm gonna need this block though.
Well, you're gonna need this block to stand on this block to get to the other block.
Right, wrong way.
I think you're gonna need to put this into two different blocks. Yeah, I think what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to get the yellow ink into the bottom block so that you can ride it up, and that way you can start the second block higher so that you can retrieve the block from above the platform. Well, or you might be able to jump from there. Okay. That was easier than I was explaining.
Huh.
Yeah, it's pretty Kirby-like.
Yellow Kirby.
Kirby was originally supposed to be yellow. But it was on the Game Boy. And
he didn't
no
really
one
have
told
colors.
the artist of the box, so he was gray. And, yeah, the pink, I'm not sure what happened with the pink, frankly. What we got here with stage 1-8?
A lot of blocks and no colors.
Yeah, well, you can stock stuff. You can stack stuff. Okay, yeah. That'll do it. Yeah, oh, well. Yes, well then.
I guess I can't fall down through this block, but I can jump through it just fine. I think that may be a restart.
Yeah.
And I seem to fall from the sky.
Okay, so that seems like a bad spot to put that. Ah, yes, maybe you climb around the other direction?
But I
don't know
still
what that
need a
accomplishes.
block.
Okay, so how about... I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Can you get a block and then say go over to the right?
Mm-hmm.
And then while you're letting go of it, hold up.
Ah!
So, yeah.
You can pick things up that way.
It seems like you can place things in kind of a different angle.
Well, that makes things a lot easier.
Yeah.
Things we might have known had we been able to read the Japanese tutorial.
Right. Or, you know, if the game had come out over here, and we'd have that cultural knowledge.
Right.
I'm sure this one's going to be way easier, because we know what we're doing, sort of. I think you're probably going to need that block. Alright, sure. Okay.
Oh, we need more paint for this.
Ah, you did it.
Alright. Much easier.
Yeah.
So maybe we finish off stage 1 and see.
Yeah. Let's finish off this first little world here.
Oh. You can change paint colors now.
Oh man. So you got 2 of these to collect.
Mm-hmm.
Seems pretty straightforward, but it's showing off, hey, there are switches.
I gotta drain this one first.
Oh.
Put it in there. Don't drain it. So do you think he eats paint? Or is this just, his job?
Well, it doesn't seem like there's any sort of digestion going on. It's just sort of a storage.
Yeah.
I mean, how this creature finds life and sentience is beyond me. But I'm sure that's explored in the lore of the game, and you'll find out if you play more. So there's a lot of levels. 10 levels is not even close to finish. It looks like it's about 100.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there's a lot to this game, and it's available on Japanese Virtual Consoles, or you can try to find a physical copy, but by the way, don't do that. It's really expensive, because it's very uncommon. It was a physical release of a game in 1998.
Good to know.
But
Is it still available in Virtual Console?
Yeah, it's available on Wii Virtual Console and Wii U Virtual Console in Japan. So you need a Japanese system for these things, but it's importing one of those is cheaper than buying a physical copy of this game. So don't do that. Yeah. Thanks, Jer.
Thanks, Ram.